we'll see what the markets do with this announcement or posturing here regarding Canada. The president, of course, as you know, is headed to Asia, and the real trade dispute is with China. That's where the focus of a lot of our conversation will be on Sunday. But of course, now one of our largest trading partners and an ally here at home, we're back to being at odds with them.
CBS is legendary, and I would go back to Nixon, Kissinger, but I'm sure we can go back with Mr. Paley much farther before that to China as well. I guess we're going to have meetings here. Would someone explain to me, Margaret, what the Chinese response is to the day-to-day tweeting and policy of the Trump administration?
Confusion. Being deliberate, strategic, and having long-term plans is that sort of Chinese approach to so much of this. I know from conversations I've had with Chinese officials, the confusion around the tactics here and not really understanding what the end game is. When someone takes you at your word and takes you literally, right? They sometimes get confused when you are making these statements. This time, if you're Canada going, wait, it's a commercial on television that made you call off negotiations?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
yes, there's confusion as to what America is doing. The predictability, of course, is not just a political conversation. It's so central to confidence and to trust and to faith. And so much of our strength as a country and our financial institutions and the strength of our dollar and the like rests on that confidence and faith. Christine Lagarde of the ECB was on my program just Sunday talking about her concerns there, that can be lost so quickly.
Margaret, the U.S. government is still shut down. What do your sources in Washington say about how this may play out over the coming days and, we hope not weeks, I guess?
I know. Well, we have Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader in the House, on the program. I will ask him if House lawmakers are going to be called back by the Republican leader, but also the point of pain here. We know it's not just paycheck cycles in the military. We're coming up on a number of states, New York among them, saying that they won't make up the difference here for food stamps. Some states like Connecticut are going to pick up that tab since the federal funding is being exhausted. But in other states, that's not. Pennsylvania, one of them as well. And so this is having a real world impact. It's not just delays at the airport or 750,000 workers who are furloughed currently on the federal level. The longer it goes on, the more the pain hurts regular people. And I don't know that that's fully understood outside of Washington, D.C. right now. So we're going to press the leader on that. Is when are you going to declare a win here? When are you going to blink? And will you take up Leader Thune on his offer to start healthcare conversations after a government reopening? It's a very different set of calculus in the House than it is the Senate. So we'll hear what Jeffries has to say.
I've got to ask this, Margaret. I think even you and I have walked together by this, but I know certainly separately we've walked by it. An iconic picture of Mrs. Bush Sr., Barbara Bush, in the East Wing of the White House. And I know it's an odd part of the White House, but there was Barbara Bush greeting you as you walked in, and now we're greeted by a construction project. You've taken a personal interest in this. I mean, just paint the picture, Margaret Brennan, of the bare dirt between Treasury and the White House.
Physically, you mean right now with the demolition that's underway?
You've had a hard add-on on the whole thing, right?
Well, CBS has done a lot of reporting about what is happening with this renovation. Certainly my colleagues at the White House have. I think the thing that is jarring is, you can use it as a metaphor, right, for changing of other institutions and not being completely transparent about your intention. But it's also, I think people just see it as a physical manifestation of something that they own. It's a symbol. Yeah. It's easier to grasp than changes to process and procedure. But, the one thing that is striking is, I don't know if you've gone on this White House website and looked at the major events timeline. It's incredibly politically charged. I mean, there are pictures on here of Hunter Biden using, and very politically charged things. And you just go, what is the image that's being represented here, and what is the point?
Right.
If it is elegance in a ballroom, what's that?